And now we have actually 2 spies at our disposal. I don't think that has happened in any other mission. And we're definitely going to take advantage of that. So, first things first. We're gonna clear a path here. Our guys are gonna be exiting from this area. There's a lot of enemy soldiers over here, as you can see. I'm thinking clearing a path down this road. Clearing a path means eliminating enemies, obviously. And then we're gonna go up here. A few more enemies that we probably will have to clear. And that's the guy we need. He's looking down here, so we might be able to distract him. I think he likes cigarettes, if I'm not mistaken. So we could throw a cigarette pack here and make him come towards us. But for that plan to work, we obviously need to first clear the area. Alright, now. Our spy has the ability to actually send soldiers far away now. So let's put him... I don't know. Let's put him a bit further away.
Oui.
Don't want to make him go too far away right now. All right, Natasha should probably distract this guy here. He's gonna be watching us the entire time. And by the way, there's also a tank going around the place, so be mindful of that as well.
Righto.
Alright, now I'm gonna use the diver probably, which is my favorite character.
I'm going.
Because of his throwing knife, mostly. Alright, now there's gonna be a bit of trial and error involved, but not too much. Just watch this guy, probably. Mostly, he's going to be the most annoying one, I think. You cannot see that far, it seems, but I don't know if he turns around and looks for a split second. That's why I'm kind of waiting right now. Yeah, it doesn't seem like he's gonna be watching this area, but let's just make sure. Yeah, you know what? I'm kind of bored. Let's do it. See, he kind of almost looks our way, but not really. All right, let's get this guy down. We're gonna stash the bodies in here. Check the body just to be on the safe side that we do not miss anything useful.
Yeah.
Right, maybe I can even run here. Come on, pick him up. That guy might even see me if I go here. This is the dangerous part, actually, when you are carrying the bodies inside here.
In a moment.
That's the place where most enemies can spot you for a split second. Alright, now let's maybe go running, take care of this guy.
I'm going.
So now I'm probably gonna have to wait for a bit here. Is this guy going to see me? Maybe I can make it. Let's see if I'm fast enough. Nope. Somebody did spot me. See, that was a tank, I think. Was it? Yep. Alright, let's pull it back a bit. Let's wait for the tank to pass. And let's use the time to maybe move the German into his next area of operations here.
Right.
Alright, now we should be able to go. Where's the soldier? The soldier is going the other way. Excellent. That should give us some clean space to operate. We should probably do a hard save at this point. Alright, let's get out again. Continue
If you like.
clearing the area. Now, you don't need to do that per se. I mean,
I'm going.
you could probably just sneak around and do this plan without killing most of the guys I'm showing you, but I'm going for the safest route. You know? Alright, now these two guys are next. I'm gonna catch this guy at the end of his patrol. Maybe not at the very end, but outside this guy's vision. So I want to catch him right around here. Natasha could distract this guy, maybe. But that he doesn't look at us. Let's catch this guy. Excellent. Now there's a guy over here, but I don't think he can see that far. So we should be good.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna run because that guy might hear me. Just take it slow here. And I think we could start a new body pile here. There's no need to take them all the way there anymore. Probably. Now what I need to do though is go ahead and distract this guy now, so that he doesn't look at his fellow soldier. So you can see, slow, methodical, stealthy. This is kind of the approach of this level.
I'm going.
You just have to single out the key objectives, the difficult ones, which are disconnecting the bomb, the device, and getting the key. And you're good. Alright, hold on now. Now I'm thinking, can we take out this guy? Why not? He kind of looks vulnerable, doesn't he? Doesn't look like anybody's watching him. Oh, there's another guy coming though. That was a bad mistake. Let's try that again. Let's wait for this guy to go away because that was unfortunate timing. I'm just gonna get close. As soon as this guy leaves, then we're gonna kill him.
In a moment.
How far does this guy go? Interesting.
Yeah.
Actually comes pretty far. Oh, there you go.
I'm going.
Alright, let's take him here and now. Now we're gonna have to start dealing with these guys over there. Get the spy and Natasha in place. This guy is kind of easy. He looks the other way already. So I'm guessing we're just gonna have to distract this guy. Let's catch him over here maybe. And let's see if Natasha needs to distract anybody else. There's a guy here. What does he do? Let's see, I think he moves. Yeah, he does. Alright, so let's catch him as well. I'm trying to catch them away from these guys' sides because these guys can all recognize us.
Right out.
Alright, now that looks ideal for me to operate. Dump the body.
Yeah. I'm going.
Now let's be careful of this guy though here. Because we have to go around this bush.
Yeah.
Alright, now just to be on the safe side, I'm gonna go ahead and hide the body over here because I have no idea where the enemies can and can't see. And mostly because I want to throw the cigarette pack over this area and I do not want anybody spotting the bodies while doing that, while going to retrieve the cigarettes. And I think he has some cigarettes as well, doesn't he? No, he doesn't. Alright, now let's go catch this guy. I don't think anybody is watching his back. So you can see the thing that uncomplicates matters a lot in this mission is you have two spies. You have two people that can distract German soldiers, so this makes things a lot easier. I don't know if the devs intended for that to be the way to be played, but because, you know, at the introduction of the mission, they were talking about tanks and mines and things and whatnot. I'll be honest with you, I don't even have an idea where those are, like the mines, because I never bothered with that. I mean, if you can do this way, the stealthy way is faster. There's no need to really bother with any other tactic in my book.
If you like.
Alright, now do we even need to do anything else? Let's bring the, yeah, let's maybe bring our guy over here. And it's time to catch him.
Uh-huh.
Oh, there's another soldier there. So, okay, we're not finished yet. Hold on, hold on.
Let's go.
Wait a sec. I can see this guy is going to be a nuisance, and this guy might as well. So, I'm gonna try and catch this guy maybe first.
Oui.
And I'll kill this guy maybe.
Yeah.
Now, let's be careful of this guy now. He's the one who can spot us. So maybe I'll wait for him to do one more round, and then kill this guy.
I'm fully qualified.
Oh, hold on. Hello, hello. Don't do that. Don't do that. Where are you going, man? Oh, he wasn't obeying my commands for a while there. Alright, as I said, you obviously probably don't have to take the soldiers all the way back to this stash. You can probably stash them over there somewhere, but... yeah, I'm just gonna do this the safe way.
In a moment.
Oh, interestingly, this stops looks for quite a while over there.
Going.
Right now, hold on. I'm thinking now, should we take this guy out? Is there anybody looking at him? I think this guy can see him. Can he? I think he barely can see him. But let's use Natasha since she's available here. Try and catch this guy. Alright.
Let's go.
Now let's see if we can actually kill this guy. He's kind of in the middle of everybody, but... surprisingly, nobody looks at him. It's like there's a circle around him and everybody's looking the other way. So this works nice. One other thing that can catch you off surprise in this mission, by the way, is and this is why I'm stashing the bodies in the same place right now. That tank that marched on a few seconds earlier, it actually goes through the entire map, and sometimes you think nobody can see a body pile somewhere, and that tank is sneaky good at detecting these, because you don't even realize that it is coming. It takes so much time to do one pass, this tank does, that you never factor it in your movement. So, and it can catch you out of surprise sometimes. All right, now I think we're almost ready. No, we're not almost ready. We are actually ready. Oh, hold on, do not run. To do our plan here. Now I'm gonna let maybe the diver do the honors. So get that cigarette pack.
Yes.
And I think our spy's role is done, so I'll get him back.
Let's go. Yeah.
Now the only thing that's troubling me is once he spots the cigarette pack, he is gonna bump his fellow soldiers and they are gonna turn towards my way. I'm thinking I'll have enough time until he arrives to get the cigarette pack. They will have turned back to their original positions. But you never know. Let's see what happens. See, he turns them around, so now he is kind of watching me. I'm thinking he's gonna turn around soon. Yeah, see, now he turns around, and I'm free to kill this guy. And he has the keys that we need. Excellent. Now, hold on, give me the cigarettes. Might need those at some point. I'm gonna drag the body back, all the way back to my body pile, to my favorite body pile here. Where is this soldier? Alright, he is nowhere near. Let's disengage Natasha as well. She doesn't need to distract him anymore. Alright, and now we have the keys, which is going to be the final part of the mission. Like getting to the tower, that's the last thing we need to do. First, we need to disconnect the bomb, which means getting the sapper all the way back to that building that we were originally.
Yes.
Let's dump the body. And actually, his part is done, so he can safely go back in there. Oh, he's actually moving my my guy all the way. Let's see how far they can go. I'm not moving the spy. My diver is actually moving him
Tell me.
on his own. Oh, come on.
Let's go.
All right, enough fun. Come on, stop moving him around. All right, and now we're gonna have two. Let's gather our team here.
Okay.
Okay.
Now we're gonna have to operate with the sapper. Like, let me wait though for the. Yes, now he appeared. Now it's a good time to do a hard save, because we're in a very safe position. That's always the best time to save in this game. Man, the times I've been caught off surprise
I'm going.
by saving at the wrong spot. Oh, and you can see, I was very close to being detected. Let's get this guy as far away as we can. See, that's the thing that can catch you off surprise. That tank, that damn tank.
Take cover.
Alright, we can start operating now. Remember to avoid this officer. Keep your guy crouched. And now what we're gonna do is escort him all the way to the objective. That's all we're gonna do. There's a soldier here. Obviously go on his backside.
Let's go.
Let's wait for everybody to gather up maybe. Now the tedious part is obviously this guy needs to be crouched, and he's also not the fastest guy around, being the sapper. But you can kind of see the bag he carries, so it figures that he's not going to be moving very fast. Right now.
Let's do it.
Now hold on. Hold it there. Now there's a guy over here. Let's distract him with Natasha. Make sure he's out of the equation.
Fine.
By the way, do not distract anybody over here, because there's a patrol coming. It is led by a Gestapo officer, and he can and will recognize you. So try to remain on the kind of the foots of the Eiffel Tower here.
Yeah.
All right, and the most difficult part, well, not difficult, but it can catch you off surprise. See, that's the guy I was talking about. He needs to not see you, and he's overlooking this region.
Always ready.
So there's a sniper here. It's kind of throwing a wrench at my plans. So I'm gonna go ahead and distract this guy as well.
Okay.
No, hold on.
Uh-huh.
Did I bring the wrong guy? Okay.
Right now.
I brought the wrong guy. Okay, let's go back. These guys are gonna exchange a handshake as they go by each other, I guess.
Uh-huh.
Could I even run at this point? No, probably not. Let's not do that. There's a guy here. So essentially what I'm doing is taking the same route that I did earlier in the mission. You know, the part where we went ahead to contact Natasha. But this time, I'm gonna do this with a regular commando. Using my other two guys to distract everybody on their path.
Okay.
This might kind of seem slow to you, but it's far faster, actually, than trying to steal mines and things like that. I don't even know where you would begin with that. Alright, now comes the tricky part. Obviously, we cannot distract any of these guys because there's an officer among them. What I can do, though, let's bring this guy over here first, is let's disengage Natasha, maybe. I'm going to distract this guy.
Fine.
Because he's patrolling that area, and this is the part where I want to pass through with my sapper. So let's go do that. I don't think there's another soldier here, so we should be good. Alright, let's get the sapper over here, and I think we could disengage our spy as well. Remember not to walk in front of this guy.
Okay.
Walk on his backside.
Okay.
Alright, let's keep moving the sapper.
Yes.
Also, don't forget the spy over there. The patrol is going to see him if you forget him over there.
Oui.
There's a tank here, I think. A patrol, and there's a tank. Yeah, there's a tank there, man. Alright, let's get him on the other side, maybe. Let's get the sapper over here. Oh, this is gonna be very close. This is gonna be very close. Come on.
Okay.
Thankfully, it stops. I don't think it will stop and look over here.
No.
I'm gonna have to gamble a bit, but I think it doesn't. So we're just gonna be right outside his vision. Excellent. Alright, now. Let's see. Which soldiers do we have to distract over here? I want to pass the sapper behind this guy and into the door. Which means there's the first guy that we probably need to distract. Is it him? He actually doesn't look that far away.
Okay.
I probably should catch this guy, maybe. Let's wait for him to pass me.
Oui.
And there I caught him. And the most important part, though, the most difficult part, let's get Natasha. There is a sniper on that building. Until Natasha arrives, let me show you. This guy is overlooking the area right around the door, and I want to pass right behind this guy. And I could pass this way as well, but there is another sniper here, so it's kind of the same deal. It doesn't really matter which spot you choose, so I'm gonna choose this spot, going behind this guy. To do that, though,
I am going there.
I need to distract that sniper, which means going all the way up there and striking a conversation.
Yes.
As I said, this might kind of look boring when you're watching this, but when you're playing this, it actually feels really cool, because this is a very, very stealthy mission. You have to use two spies, combine their abilities to get through it, which, I don't know, it kind of makes me... I'm excited for stealth missions.
All right.
Right, now he's not looking, let's go. Stealth strategy games, it's a genre that, I don't know, just speaks to me, you know?
Yes.
Alright, we need to get all the way up. Get outside that door. That's where that sniper is stationed. Right?
I am going there.
And there you go. Now we have a clear path. Actually, let's do a hard save here. I don't even know if anybody's watching over there. And we might even be able to run for a while, but let's not overdo it.
Yes.
Now you can see lots of guys here overlooking that position, but if you remain crouched,
Okay.
they will never know where you went.
Okay.
Right, get him into the door. Now I think we can disengage our spy here. Let's get him in as well. And now the next tricky part, and probably the only tricky part as far as I'm concerned, is gonna be getting into the general's office.
We are aware, sir.
Because, well, he's a general and he's going to recognize you, so there's gonna be a bit of trickery involved, but not too much. I'll show you a quick trick of how to do this. First of all, catch this guy. He's overlooking the staircase.
Oui.
I'm gonna wait for him to maybe go a bit further away from the door. Or maybe not. Maybe I don't even need to. Let's catch him over here right away. Now, there's a guy here that can see us. So I could use Natasha on him, maybe. Where is Natasha? Natasha is still up there. She doesn't need to, though, anymore. Let's get her down. Now this is probably an unnecessary step. I think we can very well do this without distracting that lieutenant. And I'm gonna start distracting in a minute. But just to play it safe, why not? I mean, we do have the personnel, so we might as well use it. So I'm catching this guy as well.
Okay.
Now I'm gonna bring up the supper. I could probably even stand up at this point, I think.
Quick, wasn't it?
Now this guy doesn't look that far, right? So I could even take him out, but I'm just gonna focus on the mission. Punch this guy. Alright, and what I'm gonna do now we're gonna be sneaky about this. I'm gonna place him not there. The placement plays a role. Do you see that door? If we open that door, this guy turns around for a split second and is gonna look outside it. And he will see his fallen comrade here. He's not dead,
Let's go.
so he's going to rush to untie him, I guess. That's when we're gonna strike. Let's put this guy over here, maybe. It doesn't really matter.
Okay.
It's all going to be about the supper. So let's see. Let's wait for him to
That's it.
look away. Okay. Now he looks back. And now we open the door. And get back. And wait for the magic to happen. Now we're gonna have to be fast, though. We're not gonna be untying him for an eternity. And the supper is not the fastest guy. The diver would have been ideal in this place, but... well, we gotta work with what we got. See, now he notices him.
I was trained for this.
Smack him. Smack the other guy as well, by the way, because he is being rescued. He's being kind of revived, if you will. Alright, and now we got rid of these guys. Let's actually put him a bit further here so that nobody can see him. The cool part is these officers are not really watching the door. As you can see, they barely miss it. So you can squeeze through with a supper and go all the way to the device and deactivate it.
Quick, wasn't it?
Excellent. Now we're done with this part. You actually do not need to return your soldiers back to base, back to the others. You can just leave them there. What I need to do, did I get the keys? I didn't get the keys. Okay, that was silly of me. Let's go back and get the keys. Now it's gonna be a straight race to the finish, I guess. We just go back to the diver. I think the diver has the keys. And then we're gonna use the spy to go all the way to the top of the Eiffel Tower. Radio HQ.
Okay.
And that's gonna be mission and game ending.
Oui.
Alright, so just a bit of patience required for these last few steps. You can enter the Eiffel Tower from any of these doors. Now just watch for the patrol. If you see them close, just be patient.
Okay.
As you can see, we have found a route on this map, and we are overusing it. Actually, it's just one route that we cleared, and that's all you need to finish the game.
Oui.
So let's get inside. Let's watch for this guy here. Be mindful of him always.
Oui.
Alright, now where is the French guy? Is he a French guy actually? Fence? I don't know. I think he's French. Alright, give me the keys. I'll give you the cigarette as well, why not? You never know.
Yes.
And now we go back out. We have the keys. Don't we? Hold on. Let me double check. Man, those are the most frustrating parts in old games. Like, if you forget to do something, you have to be very patient in trying to undo your mistakes. One thing that I wish this game had was like a speed up button. So for example, when you're walking slowly towards towards an objective, or when you wait for an enemy to return to a position. You could push that button, make things faster. Hold on, I don't even need to go over there. The patrol has passed, so I'm thinking I could just enter this place from here. The door that is closest to our base of operations. Alright, and now just get into the elevator. There's a boatload of soldiers here. But having a uniform kinda undoes all that. Doesn't matter. It's gonna be a long way to the top. Can I keep going?
All mine.
Let's keep going. Alright, I don't think we can go higher. Now we need to exit here.
That was easy.
Get inside. And then we need to enter another elevator. And keep going even higher. Alright. And thus we arrive at almost our final destination. Just climb a few more ladders. And you'll have reached the top of the Eiffel Tower. Alright, there it is. Go outside. There is an officer, but he's not looking your way, so it doesn't matter. We're just gonna use the radio behind him.
We knew you would do it. Congratulations.
And indeed, congratulations, guys. If you followed this tutorial, you just finished the game. Alright, thanks for watching, everybody. I'll see you in the next one.
By the end of World War II, the Commando Corps was the most decorated unit of the Allied forces. 8 Victoria Crosses, 37 Distinguished Service Orders, 162 Military Crosses, 32 Distinguished Conduct Medals, and 218 Military Medals. In the darkest days of 1941 and 1942, the Commandos were the Allies' only offensive units. And many operations behind enemy lines, all over Europe, did much to boost the flagging morale of the British troops and spread fear amongst the German occupying forces. From 1943 onwards, they were the spearhead of the Allied offensive. They were the first to set foot on the beaches of Sicily, Anzio and Normandy, and to cross the Rhine for the final assault. To be a commando meant taking more risks than anyone else. The commandos were all volunteers, able to return to their previous units at any time, if you asked to do so. More than 2/3 of them lost their lives during the war, the worst losses of any operational unit. Comradeship, self-sacrifice and loyalty were always examples to other troops. The free world owes a permanent debt to these soldiers, who contributed decisively to the defeat of the Third Reich, forging a legend of one of the best combat units in history, the Commando Corps.